Hello and welcome to a scene for the Hong Kong venue known as A Long Conversation. And today we have three shifters, three Hengi yokai in the park, in the Umbral Realm, and Xu is currently sat by one of the trees in the park, talking to a small squirrel spirit that is in the branches.
So yeah, Gus. So I told this guy, I'm a leaf on the wind. He just didn't get the point.
Well, you know, some people, they just don't understand that sort of thing.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's Al over there. I'm saying her name right?
Hello.
It's right. I'm saying it right? Zhao?
Xu.
Zhu. Oh, sorry.
It's quite all right. Are you enjoying your time in the sept so far?
Yes. I've met a Rokea that wanted to eat me, a spider that took my guns, and a giant-ass dragon.
That's quite an adventure. Maybe I should come with you more often. I get to see the better parts of the city. At least the more exciting ones.
And on top of that, Sun Eye. Our sept dragon's nests. Regent. That's it. Regent, yeah. See, I'm starting to get these the terminology around here now.
That's good. It is always good to know what people are discussing.
Yeah. Speaking of which, is there anything here that in particular needs my special expertise? I mean, I hate to be just hanging around here with nothing to do.
I think Sunai was just requesting that we help protect the dragon's nest.
Wow. That sort of thing seems like a given.
And that the Garu, the werewolves place is over there. Points towards the area with the housing units in it.
Yes, it is always wise to be aware of where the guru may be.
Apparently there's a bunch of glasswalkers over there. But why people would want to walk on glass, I don't understand.
I think it's more of a mention of the fact that they live in the city, and that's how tense it is to do such things.
Totally makes sense now.
Walking on broken glass.
I'm supposed to be walking on the moon. Yeah, so
I had an interesting meeting with a new equation earlier.
Oh, equation. Damn it. Aren't we supposed to avoid them?
From my experience, it seems a little hard to do that.
There are many of them in the city.
And then there's those Kindred
The leeches.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they would not like that term. Don't use that in front of them.
No, there's two different groups. No, literally, there's two different groups. Sanai was telling me about them. There's the equation and the Kinrad, whatever the hell they're called. Ones are from not from here.
The Westerners.
Yes. The other Westerners. We're technically Westerners. Well.
Yes.
Yeah. They're not so friendly.
But you're not confined for the night. Much as you may embrace it. You're not confined.
Well, you're talking about I Am Batman. No, joke.
Pardon?
Old joke. Some people kept referring to me as Batman.
Yes.
Referring to the pop
It's
culture.
a little more literal than most people believe it to be.
Yes. So, you said that you'd been told to guard the dragon's nest.
Yes.
Well, it is one of our many duties.
No different than protecting a sept, I'm guessing.
I don't believe so. For the most part.
Yeah. It seemed that way.
I was upset by the end of that meeting, though.
Why is that?
Because the dragon spirit around here, he's kindred to us. The dragons are flyers. They explore the sky. They fly, not dissimilar to me and you, Gust. And he had his wings removed.
What?
Yeah. I don't understand the entire story, but there was a challenge of some sort. It involved dragon kings, and yeah. I think I want to help him, though. I want to help him get back.
Well, yeah, I mean, seems like the thing to do would be to get it back, but
Even if he wasn't, the dragon's nest totem, they see a majestic creature such as him not be able to fly when he should. You know what I mean?
it would be pretty depressing to have wings and not be able to fly. Well, not have wings and therefore not be able to fly, but to have been able to fly and no longer be able to.
It is always wise to have the friendship of the spirits when it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Do we know where his wings are being kept?
No, but that's something I'll want to strive to figure out. And I welcome all help that might come with me.
I can see what I can do, but He's never heard of Dragon Kings before. He'll turn to gosh, I had the pronunciation down to Zhu, and be like, do you know anything about these Dragon Kings? Everything here seems new to me. A learning experience, but I'm sure I'll get it eventually.
There are many tales about them, but most that I've heard are those of a more dramatic flair than is likely to be truthful.
A good game,
Dragon King
game of
Empress.
telephone.
The Dragon King Emperors who worked to build China and so forth are unlikely to be particularly reminiscent of the spirits behind them. It is something to look into, though.
It was a challenge that got them taken away, so I'm assuming a challenge can be done to get them back.
It seems probable. But whether it is a challenge we could provide to the Dragon Kings, or whether it is one that Lung would have to
I don't think he
do
can.
himself.
I don't think he can. But
If they were good
according
enough
to
to,
him, sorry.
if they were good enough
Perhaps
to best the spirit, I think challenging them might be a bit tricky.
I think perhaps Lung no longer has something to wager.
True.
Perhaps.
Have you considered what might be asked to place
No.
this wager and seek this challenge?
No. It is something to be looked into.
If the Dragon Kings had Lung wager his wings in his challenge, have you considered what they might ask you to wager if we are able to seek them out and to ask challenge of them?
True.
But
I have promised to try to help, so
that is something that would have to consider after locating them in the first place.
it's true. And we are cut off from the mainland.
Lung is
So
a
you think
creature of water.
Sorry?
Lung is a creature of water. Being cut off from the mainland is one way of interpreting things.
No, I mean, we are cut off from the mainland. There's some kind of umbral disturbance or storm or something.
So if we're going to have to go to the mainland, we couldn't go here. We'd have to go.
It's not recommended. Sanai recommends not going to the mainland.
Well, I would recommend not going to the mainland if you can avoid it, but
Sounds like a plan
rather more of
then.
a cultural issue.
Do we have any idea what's causing this umbral disturbance?
No, Sanai wasn't able to give information. His kids haven't reported back in a while.
So what is your plan? Your plan of approach towards this quest?
I don't really know. It's
Have you a Sentai to help you with this?
I have my spirit. Leave See, he's somewhere around here. You can still hear his oives.
And aside from your spirit, do you have a Sentai? A pack?
A pack? No.
It sounds very much as if what you need is a lantern.
I'm pretty good at seeing in the dark.
we have a way of arranging things that many cultures do not. And we gather into sentais. Wave
Packs.
sentais and mountain sentais.
Packs or flocks, right? Kind of thing.
Kind of like a murder.
Yes, sort of. And within a sentai, there are 5 auspices.
Auspices, okay. Hold on.
Roles which...
One second. I actually have the ruler. So I can appear. So if I get this, I can actually equate it to something.
Yeah. Although it's slightly different from them anyway.
They're somewhat the concepts.
You know
of them.
He's not going to turn to you and say, "I can see well in the dark in this situation now."
Yeah.
he'll have a concept. Oh, okay. Kind of like what the guru have the Ragabash and the runes, kind of like.
I believe so, yes. Our auspices are a role which you choose to fulfill within your packs and within your life and your attitude towards how you best serve the Emerald Mother. There is the lantern that guides the Sentai's way, that provides...
Okay, I understand what you were saying with lantern now. Sorry, I'm still... Yeah, I apologize.
I, myself, am a mirror, which is the face of the Sentai to speak with outsiders, to speak with the spirits, to represent things in an eloquent manner.
Okay.
There is the leaf, who is quiet upon the breeze and represents the quiet and the subtle and the easily undervalued, but nevertheless important in small ways, which add up to large ways. There is the fist, who strikes at the Sentai's enemies, leads into battle, and guards the retreat. And there's the pillar, who supports the Sentai, fills what is needed of them in order to ensure that should one member be stricken down, the Sentai as a whole does not fall.
Interesting.
There are wave Sentai and there are mountain Sentai. Wave Sentai gather to a purpose, to work together towards a goal, and dissipate just as easily. Mountain Sentais build together to create a unity and to acknowledge a spirit as their own.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think I'd fall under the leaf by the sounds of her. What she's saying.
Not so sure. Probably have to think a little bit harder on it. It's kind of a new concept. From what I've seen from murders of Koraks that go and do things, they seem very much like what you describe a wave Sentai. They have a purpose and a goal that's here and now, and they complete that, and often they part ways after.
There are purposes to both forms.
Interesting. Yeah, Sentai would make it easier to do this quest.
Most things are done easier when you have a group rather than an individual. That's why you got a wingman. It's too bad my wingman's a shithead. Ensign Parker finds new ways of fucking up that I did not even imagine were capable.
You at least taking notes. How does one create one of these Sentais?
Pardon?
How does one create a Sentai?
You gather people together with a similar purpose, a similar goal, to work towards that. Many mountain Sentai begin as wave Sentai, though it does not work in the other direction, obviously.
Would you guys be interested in helping in this quest?
I would. I don't like being idle for very long, and this seems like a good goal to strive for, especially since it seems like I will be here for quite some time.
It would be good to help Lung.
Looks like us. Just think, be able just once say we flew with a dragon. That would be totally awesome. So,
It would be worth considering if there are any others to add to our number.
I'll have to keep my eye open. It seems like it's only us right now, but it's a big city. I'm sure more will come in time.
it's almost the size of New York City.
And more crowded.
Have you a name in mind?
A name? No.
For the Sentai?
No. This is a name for such would be an important thing that all would have to agree on. I don't know the terminology over here, so I wouldn't want to think of something and then it'd be, akin to like some kind of major swear word or something over here.
Try wise.
Yes, it's certainly something that should take a due amount of consideration.
Is there anything else in the city that seems to be causing trouble? Not to diminish that task, it seems like an important thing that should be. I think it'd be good to be aware of what all is going on in the city, seeing as I've only been here for a handful of days.
Well, there's something about technomancy. 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 Yeah, that's what Sanai was speaking of.
Hmm.
But he's not sure if it's an actual.
So people that deal in with manipulating technology. I guess sort of like a glasswalker, except I assume not.
I don't know. It came from apparently it came from the mages.
The casters.
Yeah.
Do we know of any in the city that would be more keen on helping us, from which that we could get more information about these technomancers from?
Think about the closest thing that we possibly trust besides those inside the dragon's nest alone are over there in Point Set where the Guru are.
It may be worth speaking with them. It is also worth speaking with and listening to the Quasian. But, as always, take note when you listen. Not all will necessarily be as it seems. We cannot rely upon anyone's motives to match our own, after all.
Right. They have their own ways, and we have ours.
Yes.
This should be fun.
Although, if there is anything of importance that we need from them, I may be able to ask.
Is that so?
Provided it is not so large as to be an unreasonable request.
That's good. That might be something that we can do if we need to garner more information on this issue.
I might even be able to keep an eye out for strange goings-ons. I mean, be able to get a top-down look on everything is helpful.
Do we know if there's a way that these technomancers that you were told about stick out in a group? Did he tell you anything about that? Something we could use to identify them, possibly follow them?
Do you remember back at the night the night market and how somebody started freaking out because you were wearing those mirror shades?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's one of their calling cards.
Yeah, they did say that. I hate it when people steal my style. I like my aviators.
Perhaps avoid suits with them.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for people that stand out in such a manner. Shades and snappy dressers. Sort of like G-men, as it were.
Perhaps influenced by some form of spirit in that direction.
Possibly.
There are spirits which draw from the concepts of government and of finance.
Definitely a good start. We got 2 things on our plate. But both of them seem to... Oh, what's the third thing?
Well, this storm thing that's cutting us off from the mainland is kind of
yes, that. They all seem like... yeah. What could possibly be causing that is here? Because usually things like that are not just something that comes out on a whim. There's usually a reflection on the other side that causes them.
Much as I have little desire to visit the mainland, it is worth investigating the cause of such a disturbance.
Well, we have to seek permission first. Sunai does not want to the mainland right now.
Then perhaps there are others that will be chosen to investigate that.
Maybe. Doesn't mean we can't put a little bit of resources into trying to figure it out. I'm sure we've all got individual resources that wouldn't necessarily require us to go there to find out things.
Is this true?
We can help without without at least
I think it is.
breaking the spirit of what Sanai was saying.
But these could also be considered distractions from your mission.
The mission with Long is not a short-term thing. I don't think we're going to be able to drop everything, go out tomorrow, and solve the problems. I think it's something that would be require months, if not longer, of negotiation and preparation and such.
All these seem to be very long-term issues that are going to take much time and investigation and patience to work out how to best deal with them.
It's true.
It makes us finding more like minds and forming a group of our own seem more advantageous.
It does. If for nothing else but to watch each other's backs during times of uncertainty.
Yeah. Seems to be.
The ideal number for a Sentai is 5.
Well, we're a little over halfway there. If, all of us are interested in such a thing.
Interested? Gust?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yourself, Sue?
Yes, we have already discussed the forming of a wave Sentai, have we not?
Just making sure that the yes is on the table for everybody before we do a thought process on others. Making sure the yes is there before any assumption is made, if you know what I mean. I gotta learn this language too.
Cantonese?
Yeah.
Or do you mean
Yeah.
the terms which are used in the East?
No, I'm assuming if the overall the terminology might come with it, or at least a general understanding of said terminology.
Much of it is Japanese.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll put that one on the list too. He pulls out a notepad.
Save for the few words which have come to mean different things to ourselves than they do to the majority of the population. I don't personally speak Japanese.
Ah, okay. You speak Cantonese though?
Yes.
Can you teach me?
I could attempt to. Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
If you don't mind taking on a second student, I'd be interested as well. It would probably definitely help expedite things around here when talking around or investigating things. If everyone speaks the local language and I don't understand it, that makes me pretty useless.
I do have a question that's been really, really, really poking me in the head ever since I heard it. And I can't remember if I have been explained to it. What's a kitsune?
A fox shifter.
Oh, okay. Okay. Totally makes sense now. Okay. So, like us, except for changes into a fox.
Yes.
That's kind of cool. We kind of got a kinship there. You're a ground fox, I'm a flying fox.
I'm not sure if you will be able to gain extra tails.
Probably.
That would be entertaining.
He pokes Gust in the shoulder with his elbow. I think that was a joke.
Oh, possibly.
I think.
There is a small smile.
See, I'm getting it. Although now I'm mentally picturing a bat with multiple tails. It's kind of weird.
So aside from seeking the wings of Lung and the various other tasks that you have found within this city, what do you feel is your driving goal at the moment?
For me, just to see my brethren come back. It's a population center not that far away from where we once existed, with a large population, so there might still be some relatively obscure blood of our kind left in this part of the world.
Maybe.
It is a worthy aim.
I currently, as far as I know, am the only one of my kind in existence currently. Oy vey! Grandchildren! I can't do the voice like Harry.
There'll be a small smile as she will look up to the flying bat, but because of course she can understand it, whereas Gust probably can't.
I can eventually get that gift, but I don't currently.
No, it's speaking perfectly clearly English.
Okay.
Well, okay, it's speaking English of a sort.
It has English with a specialization in quippy one-liners.
Because I wouldn't be able to understand or talk to him normally if he didn't.
Except for, of course, the fact that he's connected to you and can therefore kind of communicate to you personally.
He chooses. Then he just chooses to speak English. Then, if that's the case, or the link between my kind and him has been weakened. So after 300 years, that he doesn't have quite the same connection. I don't know. I'll have to ask him that someday.
And yourself, Gust?
I've kind of ended up here by happenstance of a decision I made prior to coming here, so I don't have any long-term goals for here, but I'm sure I'll find something. And these issues that seem to come up is something I can help with, so I suppose the only long-term goal that I have for here is being useful to those in need.
Finding a place and a purpose.
Yes.
something that many people can sympathize with.
What about yourself? What do you, is there something in particular that you yourself seek?
There are two things that I currently seek. More tales and a greater understanding of the workings of gifts and spirit world, with particular reference to their creation.
I don't have much lore of the spirit world, but and he'll shuffle around and pull the backpack off his back and then open it up and pull out a large sheet of parchment and be like, I do have these. Umber Maps 3.
Guys. I do have a little bit of spirit there.
I found them useful. I left a couple of them with a friend because they wouldn't be useful here, but I figured the ones that I did have that were more pertinent would be best to take with me.
It's usually a good choice. Spirit creation. That's an interesting. That's an interesting topic.
It is, but I meant more the creation of gifts.
Oh, okay. Like creating your own type of gift?
I should like to know if it is possible.
Well, they had to start somehow.
Yeah.
It is a long-term project.
Maybe it's something we can all work on as a Sentai.
Perhaps. It is something that I feel may be more easily sought as kitsune than as many people might find it, but there is no reason that we cannot attempt to learn and to share such information.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, maybe it's something we can all take go at from different directions. Maybe and sharing the information that we find. Maybe coming to it as a group, going from individual points than it is necessarily as a group working all as one. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Does that make sense at all?
Yes, it is certainly something that many people will be able to achieve more easily than a single person. Have you an idea now of the kind of person that you might want to seek for the remaining members of the Sentai?
Oh, you like dealing with the spirits, right? My understanding.
Yes.
I'm kind of the sneaky, super hard to spot sometimes kind of guy that kind of does the spy work and stuff like that. Still trying to figure out what the hell Gus does.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever quite caught on to what you're best at.
I don't think I'm as good at sneaking around as you, but finding things people would wish stay hidden is kind of my thing. And occasionally I put bullets in people and create new holes, but yeah, I don't really consider myself much of a fighter.
I think we'd need one of those at least.
I mean, unless you consider you're fighting dropping bombs from 40,000 feet onto targets.
Perhaps the pillar is suited to you. The support for everyone in fulfilling their position, and the support for the Sentai should anyone be unable to fulfill their position.
Sounds sort of what I was thinking. Though I'm not as well versed. I'll take your wisdom on it, but you know what would probably be best.
Well, you already got the air support part down. I think we're both good at that.
Yes. Yes. This time I'll endeavor to use my own skills and not Navy property to do that air support. That's kind of the reason I'm here.
So what we lack then is the lantern and the fist.
Yep.
The one who is best able to create a plan and utilize the strengths of each of the members of the Sentai towards that goal. And the one who is best suited in battle. Both important roles that we must keep our eyes watchful in order to fill.
Indeed.
Well, I have a feeling we'll find them soon enough. Like I said, it's a big city. Can't hide from us for long.
You did say that you are good at finding things, and presumably
Indeed I am.
people that have been overlooked.
Things are kind of hard to hide from the two of us forever. I mean, skyward's always a little bit easier to find things than on the ground. I find, at least.
It does somewhat depend on what items you are looking for.
It's true.
It is difficult to scent a mouse in its burrow from the sky.
I think I've run into a couple owls that I might disagree with you on that, but
Well, in that case, then it's just a matter of waiting for the to not try and dig it out of its burrow, but wait until it's out in the open.
yeah, that's true. Do you know anybody, Zal, that you may have run into that might fit the build?
I can consider the matter. I can't think of any currently that I have run into among our kind, and it is highly uncommon to take in those of other kinds. It is not impossible, though.
It might be useful and in the good spirits of cooperation that perhaps one of the Geru might
It's possible.
be appropriate.
I understand the Garu are always useful with their claws. It is a good place to seek a fist.
Well, maybe we should just go up and he'll point to the complexes that the class has been pointing to and be like, maybe we just kind of roll up and go door to door like Jehovah's Witness.
Watch out, we might get that as a name.
My faith is very different from that.
So
You
is
guys,
mine. I just find it to be funny.
you guys actually have Jehovah's Witnesses over here?
On occasion.
Oh my god. They really are everywhere.
Well, we are everywhere, so why not everyone else?
That's kind of creepy.
I think that one of my neighbours chased one out with a broom a few weeks ago.
Maybe not the Jehovah's Witness route. Maybe since she's a fox shifter, maybe we can have one of those like little puppy dog eye moments. You want to help us?
As much as persuading someone to help might be useful, finding someone that we would wish to persuade would be more so.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just hope it's not a Shadow Lord.
We shall
Sorry,
see.
it's hard to get over that.
I understand that my kind suffered less than most, but many have suffered from the Garu,
Yes, but
including the Garu.
at least most of the Hengyoki, from what I'm guessing most of the Hengyoki can at least look around and find one of their kind somewhere around. As far as I know, and as far as Bat knows, I am the only Amazoids alive.
And that is lonely.
It
But
is.
you must remember that however alone you may be, there are always others. They may not be bats, but they are there. We have all been chosen by the Emerald Mother to fulfill her will in different ways.
I will try to keep an open mind, but that is all I can promise.
That is all any of us can do.
Okay, so anybody heard a good joke lately? We just got way too serious. Maybe not.
Do you think he's got distracted and is not paying attention anymore?
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
Yes.
Since I'm the board administrator, I was getting questions about where sheets go, and I'm just like, go put it here, Link, now, just go do this.
You were prompted for a joke to cheer things up. It was getting
Oh,
solemn and
prompted for a joke.
I blame it on the squirrel spirit you were talking to.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, I missed something important.
Uh-huh.
That happens sometimes, I suppose. Maybe there was something bright and shiny.
Yep. The squirrel was playing with a shiny in the tree.
Put a squirrel in some plate armor and run it past Sean. Squirrel and shiny. Oh no!
So, shall I leave the two of you to your musings? And we shall see if we can find suitable members.
That would be fantastic.
I think that would be a good place for us to take off and go possibly start searching for these members.
Excellent.
Yeah, can you go see what you can dig up?
I don't know if we should really be digging up.
I'm sorry, she was mentioning the Kuei earlier.
Yes.
Get it? Yeah.
I doubt that the equation would make appropriate lanterns.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, especially if what you say they have their own motives that could greatly deviate us from our missions if they were to be in that position.
It's a good point.
But I wish you well in your search. And
Thank you.
hopefully we will shortly be able to discuss the naming and the forming of a plan.
Sounds good to me.
And Xu will give you both a small bow and will wander off.
And Gus will roll back up his maps and put them in his backpack again.
And go chase a squirrel.
Yeah. That seems like a good place to end a scene.
Thank you, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. And this was a long conversation.
Oh.